the story that I'm covering today is the story of Ericka Hall. Ericka was 32 years old when she lost her life on January 5th, 2019. She lived in Magnolia, Mississippi. Ericka left behind her 4 daughters and a fiance. She had daughters ages 16, 14, 12, and a 1-year-old daughter with her fiance. 2 of Ericka's daughters, the 14-year-old Mariana Hall and her sister, 12 years old, whom name has not been released due to her age, both were accused and arrested for their mother's murder. 4 days before Ericka's murder on New Year's Eve, the police were called to Ericka's home by her as she stated that her 2 daughters were being unruly. But Ericka's sister said that the reason for the call was because the 2 girls had tried to run over their mom with her car. However, Ericka did not want to press charges on her daughters, so the deputy that responded said that since she didn't mention the rundown attempt with the car, he didn't file a report. On the night of her murder, Ericka was home alone with her 14-year-old daughter and her 12-year-old daughter. Authorities believe that Ericka had gotten into an argument with her daughters. Both girls claimed that abuse was going on in the home. However, the Pike County Sheriff's Office said they never received any claims of abuse. After killing their mom, both girls calmly went to a neighbor's home to ask for a ride, saying their grandmother had just died. But the neighbor was suspicious, so he called to confirm with Ericka, but he got no answer. The girls then walked to a relative's home, and that relative went to Ericka's home and found her lying outside. Emergency personnel tried to resuscitate her, but she was deceased. Pike County Sheriff's Chief Investigator Chris Bell testified that the girls confessed to planning the killing, faking a knock at the door to lure their mom from her bedroom. Investigator Bell said that the 14-year-old daughter told him that she then stabbed her mom, and the 12-year-old proceeded to shoot her, and then she stabbed her mom again. Ericka was able to stumble outside after she had been injured as she was found outside in the grass by her car. The 14-year-old Mariana told Investigator Bell that they had planned it. The investigator also said that she first opened up to her father and told him what happened, Eddie Isaac, before repeating the same story to him. However, their father was upset that the investigator talked to his daughter without his consent. Both girls later said that they weren't responsible, but their aunt, whom was their mom's sister, said she wasn't buying it as they were the only ones there with their mom when it happened. It was also said by investigators that their mom had taken their cell phones away from them after the last incident of them trying to run her over with the car, and they were upset about that as well. The aunt also said that the girls were upset too because of Christmas presents that they didn't get. Pike County Sheriff Kenny Cotton stated that he wishes that the mom would have pressed charges when they were called on New Year's Eve and had gotten the girls put away, and maybe that could have prevented what happened. He also said that the girls had been skipping school and that they were both going to have a mental evaluation. The coroner said that Ericka was stabbed multiple times in the upper torso and in her back, and then she was shot in the chest. The gun used was Ericka's gun that she kept in her car. Under Mississippi law, children 13 and older accused of certain crimes are automatically charged as adults. So the 14-year-old was charged as an adult and the 12-year-old was charged as a juvenile. A couple of months later, both girls were later released after the 14-year-old posted a $100,000 bond and the 12-year-old was also released. Both girls were released to their father, whom believed in their innocence. Mariana's trial date was initially set for 2021 and then rescheduled to June 2024 and was postponed again with no new date as of yet. So there's no new trial date scheduled as of November 2024. This is unimaginable, knowing that you're being taken out by your own 2 daughters. And hopefully Ericka will get justice soon, as it has now been almost 6 years. Thank you so much for listening to Ericka's story, and please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sunday, family and friends of 2 teens arrested for the murder of their mother came together for a moment of prayer.
It was rough.
Do you wish you could take back what happened?
Yes.
14-year-old Mariana Hall and her younger sister are accused of murder in the stabbing and shooting of their mom, Ericka Hall, January 4th.
Tell me what happened that day that Ericka, your mom,
The girls didn't want to talk on camera about what happened that fateful day. Off camera, they tell me they are not responsible for their mother's death, that they were at an aunt's home at the time. And Mariana tells me there was abuse in the home where she and her sister lived.
Was any kind of abuse going on?
Yes.
The Pike County Sheriff's Department said it never received any reports of abuse. Both girls are back at home as the case moves forward. And Mariana Hall was released after posting bail. Her sister is also out of the Pike County Juvenile Detention Center.
I got him. Good Lord got him. And I also got him some counseling coming and some schooling coming. So everything it's going all right so far.
Eddie Isaac says his daughters are still suffering from the death of their mother. But for now, he is just happy to see his kids again. Isaac says he and others are still trying to get to the bottom of what happened that day.
We feel good to have them out. A lot of people don't think they should be, but they're kids. It was a lot. And we ain't come to the bottom of it, but it was a lot that we didn't know. But it's coming out.
Nearly 6 years now since a woman was shot and stabbed to death, and her daughters are accused of killing her. Although charges have been filed, the case still has not gone to trial. Well, now the victim's family wants to know why. Quentin Smith joins us now with reaction. Quentin.
That's right, Howard. Ericka Hall was killed back in January of 2019. Family members feel as though there is no movement in this case. Hall's daughters were charged in the crime, and family members say they're continuing to live their lives as if this killing never happened. Now they're left to feel as though no one is being held accountable.
Say, I love you, Mama. Give her a kiss.
As they look at this picture of Ericka Hall.
All right, you, this is your picture, all right?
The family is all smiles, but then sadness starts to set in.
Pure hell.
For Ernestine Hall.
Because we have to be reminded that she's no longer here, and we have to see that justice has not been served for her.
Ericka was her niece. She still recalls that tragic day when she found out what happened back in January of 2019.
She was leaning against her tire, her back tire on the driver's side. It was so cold that night, and the ground was so wet and muddy. And I'm just calling her name and calling, and I don't know where the girls are at that time because I just blanked out.
This is video from the home after that killing happened. Mariana Hall, who was 14 at the time, and her then 12-year-old sister, whose name was not released due to her being a juvenile, shot and stabbed Hall outside their home in Pike County, according to family members. Mariana was charged as an adult.
It's hurtful on both sides. You know, that was my mama, those was my sister, full-blooded sisters. So yeah, it's really, really hard, you know, because not only did I lose my mother, I lost two of my sisters, and we were very close.
For Kiviana Hall, although she is in a better place, it's still a tough situation. Family members say they're waiting on a mental health evaluation to come back on to Mariana before the case can go to trial.
And that's been going on for the past 6 months. And me being a mental health therapist, I know it does not take it doesn't take an assessment 6 months to get approved or to get the results. So that's what we're waiting on.
At this point, God has the last say so. Whatever happens, happens. I'm at peace with it. I just want it to be over with.
Now, the trial for Mariana was initially set to take place in 2021. It was then continued and was most recently scheduled for this past June in Panola County. However, the case was once again continued. At this time, there's no word on when a new trial date will be scheduled. We reached out to the DA's office to find out, and at this time, we are still waiting to hear back.